Darth Maul was a Zabrak Sith Lord that originated from the witch planet of Dathomir. Born to the Night Mother, Talzin, Maul was raised as a Night Brother before being taken by Darth Sidious as his apprentice. As Sidious's pupil, Maul was forged into a weapon of the Sith, a subtle yet pronounced way of revealing to the Jedi the return of the Sith Order. Although not recognized as a full-fledged Dark Lord of the Sith, Maul proved himself to be incredibly skilled, especially having trained for such a short period of time in lightsaber combat, when he defeated and killed Qui-Gon Jinn, one of the Jedi Order's best swordsmen. However, Maul's victory was short-lived when Obi-Wan Kenobi, fueled but not consumed by grief and anger, bisected the Sith Lord, leaving him to fall into the depths of the Naboo reactor shaft. For many years afterwards, both the Jedi and the Sith believed Maul to have died, Sidious replacing Maul with the fallen Jedi Master Count Dooku. Incredibly, Maul survived his encounter with Kenobi and went into exile in the Outer Rim territories, surviving only through a sheer power of will and an utter dependence on the dark side of the Force. For years, Maul dwelled on the planet Lotho Minor, where his broken mind was filled only with thoughts of revenge, and his body was repaired with cybernetic spider-like legs. During the Clone Wars, Maul would be rediscovered by his brother Savage Opress and taken back to Dathomir, where Mother Talzin would restore his shattered mind and give him new robotic legs. Maul, spurned by the fact that Sidious had taken a new apprentice and started the war without him by his side, declared he and his brother the true lords of the Sith. A dangerous gamble. Afterwards, Maul and his brother would form the Shadow Collective, an organization dedicated towards Maul's singular goal of exacting revenge on both Kenobi and Sidious. Despite having recently returned from an extremely fragile mental and physical state, Maul handily took over the Mandalorian splinter group Death Watch, which had long been feared and respected as a group of fierce and powerful warriors. Following Mandalorian tradition, when Maul killed Pre Vizsla, the leader of Death Watch, the remainder of the group swore fealty to their new master. Maul would go on to exact revenge on Kenobi, killing Duchess Satine, with whom Kenobi had once had a romantic relationship and still harbored deep feelings for. However, soon afterwards, Maul was confronted with the inevitable. His exploits had drawn the attention of his former master, Darth Sidious. Although he and his brother fought valiantly, and Maul had been, surprisingly, a significantly better swordsman than during the pre-Clone Wars era, Sidious was able to defeat them, capturing Maul and killing his brother. Sidious imprisoned Maul, but soon allowed him to escape, so that the former Sith Lord could lead Sidious to the one person he saw to be his true rival for power, Mother Talzin. In a final battle on Maul's home planet of Dathomir, Mother Talzin was killed, and Maul was once again forced into exile, where he would wait, patiently, as the Republic became the Empire, as Sidious became the Emperor, as the Jedi were eradicated, as the Sith became arrogant and confident. Seeking the knowledge to destroy Sidious and the Sith Order, Maul traveled to the old Sith temple on Malachor V. There, Maul would bide his time until an opportunity, basing itself on the Jedi apprentice Ezra Bridger, would stumble onto his path. Personally, I had thought that Maul during his battle with Sidious had been at his apex, the maximum of his Force potential. However, in the finale of Star Wars Rebels Season 2, Maul is somehow stronger than he was in the Clone Wars, easily managing to defeat all 3 Sith Inquisitors, seemingly toying with them rather than fighting. Under Sidious's teachings, Maul became a master of Juyo, Ataru, Jar-Kai, unarmed combat, and even Niman. Maul grew to be a lightsaber specialist, utilizing his Force powers along with his abilities in Form 7 to gain an edge over his opponents. And although he was trained to be the embodiment of pure hatred and evil, Maul did display respect and even admiration for those who had fought well, granting those select individuals quick and painless deaths. And although he defined his relationship with his brother as that of a master and an apprentice, he genuinely cared for him, as shown by the grief he displayed when Savage was killed, and the grief-filled anger that an enraged Maul summoned when he tried his best to kill Sidious. Unlike the older Sith, who believed in Dun Mok and utter domination of their opponent, Maul simply wished to win, and in some ways, this gave him an advantage. The fact that Maul lasted more than a few seconds in single combat against Sidious, a feat that very few if none living lightsaber duelists can attest to, serves as a testament of his lightsaber prowess. In the expanded universe, when the prophets of the dark side pitted a copy of Maul against Darth Vader himself on Kelekar 6, Maul nearly killed the Dark Lord, driving him to his knees, and Vader was only able to win by stabbing his own lightsaber through himself, killing Maul, but nearly dying in the process himself. Maul also had an incredible pain threshold, obsessed with achieving absolute victory in anything, and at any cost. In this way, he was the perfect Sith. Even after his near-death experience in Naboo, Maul somehow managed to survive and return a stronger warrior than he had been before. For this reason alone, I believe that Maul is still alive in Star Wars Rebels, even after being thrown from atop the Sith Temple by Kanan. For lack of a better way to explain it, Maul has been the singular character that has just been impossible to kill off. Despite being a martial specialist, Maul was also proficient in the Force, displaying a reasonable amount of competence in telekinesis, Force choke, and Force grip. Occasionally, Maul would also utilize Force-based attacks in his lightsaber sequences, and wouldn't hesitate to use a Force push or grip on his foes during combat if given the chance. Maul, despite Plagueis' assumptions to the contrary, could also hide his Force signature, and demonstrated the ability to resist Force lightning, simply shrugging off a barrage unleashed by the Night Sister Miguela. However, when against true masters of the Force, Maul simply could not compete, as shown in his battle against Sidious, who outmatched him both through the Force and lightsaber combat. Despite this, I still consider Darth Maul to be an extremely capable duelist, with equal lightsaber proficiency to about a Jedi Master. The efficiency and ease through which he dispatched 3 Sith Inquisitors, each of which Ezra and Kanan had been hard-pressed to defeat even individually, and his complete understanding of the concepts of the dark side, being deception, betrayal, or even brute strength, lead me to believe that Maul is one of the greatest Sith of the modern Star Wars era. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.